Hello everyone, Charles Vaughn, Liquor CEO here with you today. Today's topic we're going to talk about is naming your entity against and versus naming your brand. Previously, we've talked a lot about the different types of entities there are between sole proprietorships, partnerships, corporations, LLCs. We've explained a little bit of the differences between legal liability versus the tax liabilities. And now we're going to start getting into more of the detail about actually creating the entity from a name perspective and starting to build your brand. First, a little housekeeping. I really hope you guys are enjoying these videos and getting something out of them. If so, please, like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the little alert button so that you're provided notifications when another video is uploaded. Just a little bit, we're a couple of days ahead of Christmas here. So a lot of video of what I'm trying to get out there is, I realize you guys are going to have a lot of time where you're researching things, and hopefully this content in this video is on time and it's answering a lot of your questions. So to start things off, let's discuss a little bit about naming the entity versus your brand name. They don't need to be the same. They can be, but they do not need to be the same. Your brand name is very important because that's actually what the public will see. What are you calling your brand? And there are a couple of things that you're going to want to look at when doing that. First things first is you're going to want to make certain that whatever you're proposing is available, and it's available across all the platforms. Your brand name is one thing. You're going to want to make sure you have the URL for your website that's pretty reasonable. In a perfect world, you'd like all of your social media handles, your @brand, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. All of those should be consistent and available. It's personal, but I don't like to have official this, or then you have something for brand/TV. It kind of just a little confusing. It's best if there's consistency. The first thing you're going to want to do, though, is when doing that, is you're going to want to put whatever your list of brand names are, you're going to want to have a common law search. Basically, type it in Google, see what else is popping up out there. And then from there, you can start to trickle down all the other technical things for the URLs and the names and the handles. More importantly, with a brand name, now, I think you really need to start worrying about where all of the stars align in terms of brand creation. Think about what your price point is that you want to be at retail for a 750 ml bottle in your store, in your market. Second thing is, what does your brand stand for? What is the look, the feel, the vibe, the energy? Start to worry about, what color palettes are ascribed. Start to think about what some other things that can be associated with your value: fashion, sports, fine dining, casual. Are you more of an X game vibe, or are you more of a 5-star hotel vibe? So there's things you need to do there. What I've found is that a lot of folks can really start to just start to put together a collage of all these other things that you see out there in the world that kind of that fit your brand. We call that a mood board. From there, you're going to start to see a lot of clarity defined as far as what your lane is in terms of the vibe, the energy. Are you casual, more formal? Are you elegant, more sexy, whatever you want to be? These things will start to come to visualization and to light when you start to put together these mood board types of things. From there, we can also step into things if you'll talk about your brand personification. What does your ideal customer look like? The ideal person that would take on your brand. Age, gender, education, income level, where do they live, what kind of car do they drive, what do they do for fun, etc., etc. In this day and age where people like to do a lot of things, that may be a little muddy, but at least you'll have some clarification as to what your core set of items could be. So stepping back and really kind of looking at what your brand personification is can be via that mood board. Your homework would be to just sit around and start looking at other things on the internet, other pictures that really kind of say my brand fits in here. Maybe it's a fashion show. Maybe it's a sporting event. Maybe it's a music concert. Maybe it's a restaurant. Maybe it's an outdoor setting in Colorado versus London or Italy or France or Japan. anything that you think kind of drives home the brand and brings it from a concept to a visualization, that needs to make its way to your mood board. Shifting gears a little bit for your entity name, doesn't really matter. You can make it something that's personal to you, so-and-so enterprises, so-and-so spirits holdings, so-and-so spirits company, or whatever you want to call it. It doesn't really matter. It's a holding company. It's behind the scenes. In a real world, there probably should be a couple of entities at minimum that go in there. A holding company in a tax appropriate state that holds the intellectual property, maybe some of the URLs and some of that intellectual conceptual property that's there. And then more of a marketing company that kind of manages the face-to-face, which could be brand name North America, brand name USA, those things like that. So, but for the entities, at least the holding company level, the brand name or that name doesn't matter. The brand name does matter because obviously that's what you're going to be. So I hope that helps out a little bit into some introductory as far as brand names versus entity names. If you have any questions, comment below. Hit me up, liquor.ceo@gmail.com. Check out our website, 40-80spirits.com. I'd be more than happy to help you guys out, answer any questions you may have. Until next time, cheers, bottoms up, and Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever your faith is, whatever you believe in. Have fun, enjoy your time with family. I wish you all great weather. Have a great time. Thanks for watching.